Am I super washed out with this?
Yeah, but we're just going with it. I look ugly too. What up? What's happening, everybody? My name is Charles Blades, and this is the Current Gaming Podcast. I am joined today by the potato himself, Aaron Weeks.
That's me.
Nintendo Defense Force leader, Drew Scheffler.
Good day.
And Hawaii Alert System Administrator, David Morgan. How's it going, buddy?
Oh, I fucked up today.
Yeah, I'm a bad one.
It's a bad look.
Yeah. We got a good show for you this week. A lot of big news this week. What a big news this week, David. The year's starting off. We're starting to get some news.
Big of the year.
3 stories.
3 fucking stories. Uno, Dos, Trace, like that fucking Green Day trilogy album. That was terrible.
No, it's Trey. They did the whole trilogy just like it.
Oh yeah, so they could do that one
Trey.
meme. Yep, that's right.
Hilarious.
Well, all right, let's start it off. Big news of the week. What do you think it is?
The new battle.
You're right. Kirby Robobot getting ported to Nintendo. No, I'm kidding. Nintendo Switch. Got a big
Kirby
old direct.
Robot's getting ported to what?
No, it was a joke. Jesus Christ.
Fuck you. I hope so.
Fuck you.
The Nintendo Switch had a big direct. That's but a big mini direct. So we all been hearing about rumors about this and just randomly dropped. Was it Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning? Whatever, one day.
Thursday
morning.
11th, whatever that was.
Whatever. We had a big the first direct of the year from Nintendo. And we're gonna go. I don't know how you guys all feel about it. I actually do know how you guys all feel about it. I'm killing this intro here. And
Stilted.
And we can talk about things one by one.
Oh.
So it started off. What happened?
I've got business over here. Don't worry about me.
You hit us with the meme op. I was like a little worried. Well, we're starting off with The World Ends With You. Basically re-release of a DS game, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Looks cool.
An old DS game.
It's cool. I never played it. I'm really excited about that.
It's a good game.
Yeah, it looks.
I want to play it, but I don't know, man. It just
play
does
it,
not
dude.
appeal to me.
Just play it.
It
Really,
looks.
I figured you'd like that style.
It looks like something I would like to play, but when I see like snippets of the combat, it just looks so annoying. Like
Touchscreen combat. You touch it.
Yeah, it's like Fruit Ninja.
Remember Elite Beat Agents?
I didn't play that either.
The game is awesome.
I love it. Sorry, continue.
Then after that, Pokken Tournament DX.
Pokken.
That's how you say it, right? Or is it Pokken?
No, I think Pokken is accurate.
Okay. Yeah. Just shit. I thought you were just shitting on me. They're getting some new characters. We played that game at one of the Wii U version.
Yeah,
we did that.
Pokken Fighter Z. Some might say.
We knew like none of the controls and could not. It was a complex game that like.
Do you think
unnecessarily
they're delaying the Smash port so that they can sell Pokken Tournament?
I don't think they're doing a Smash port. That is where I'm at now.
Do you think that they thought that Pokken Tournament and they just were like, "That's good enough. We won't worry about it."
I don't know.
All right, are we just all memeing together and calling it Pokken, or do we actually think that's how it's pronounced?
That's how you pronounce it.
That's how you say it.
I was just making sure.
I mean, you say Pokemon, not Pokemon, but
so why wouldn't it just be Pokken Tournament?
Because it's Pokken. It's like when you get the chicken pox, and then in this game you can spread malaria.
Also, speaking of incorrect pronunciation, I'm pretty sure it is Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
No, it's Fighters.
Because if you look at their history, you've got Dragon Ball Z. It's not fucking Dragon Balls.
Could be though.
Get my Dragon Balls.
It's Pokken. I don't know. I think.
So wouldn't it stand to reason based on their history?
It's Dragon Ball Fighters.
Why?
Fighters, just because that's how they wanted to do it.
I want you to get even more
angry. Like, who is the one that stepped out and said this is conclusively?
Hey, there's no space between the R in fighter and. There's no.
All right,
space.
let me pull up a screenshot of Dragon Ball Z here and see if there's a space.
Well, it's what it is like
It is fighters. I'm sorry.
They consulted whoever wrote the track.
It's not called Dragon Balls
for a bunch of 90s.
That's what I'm saying. So based on that logic, why wouldn't it be fighter?
There's a space between Dragon or Ball and Z. There's no space between fighter and Z.
But is it a space or is it just displaced by the girth of the Z?
Google fighters. It's fucking it's fighters.
Is
with
there
a capital fucking Z?
Is there only one fighter, or is there multiple fighters?
I mean, is it fucking one Dragon Ball or multiple Dragon Balls?
There's 7, right?
This is true.
I think there's 7.
It's. I don't like it either. I wish it was Fighter Z.
Can I get a check on how many Dragon Balls there are?
There's 7.
All right.
But the Z is capitalized, implying it's its own
Wait.
entity, you know?
There's like a 3 number.
It's like. Do you remember when
It's
you were
6
on
or 9.
AOL Instant Messenger, Aaron, and you wrote things? I don't have a keyboard. You wrote things like intercapped. It's similar to that.
Oh, there's 7. Why am I googling all this shit? I'm like the.
You're the fact checker.
It's Fighter Z, dude.
All right,
It's
next.
not.
This is a very annoying conversation. Kirby Star Allies coming out March 16th. It's
Extremely
new.
hyped.
Yeah, it looks cool. You're really hyped for this?
Yeah, it actually got a huge visual upgrade. There's like a retweet going around that like they like upgraded the lighting and the shadows, and the backgrounds look really nice. And it just, I don't know, I love Kirby, and they're bringing back combining powers, which was my favorite part of it. So I'm hyped. Yeah.
Drew, you hyped for this one?
Yeah, I mean, everybody likes a good Kirby game. As long as they don't fuck it up, it'll be good.
As long as they don't fuck it up.
That's one way to put it. Aaron,
I hope it has online.
It has co-op. Like,
Yeah,
co-op.
but hopefully online co-op.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah, I
saying.
don't know.
I don't know. We'll see.
If David gets it and I get it, I mean, we don't necessarily live by
You
each
guys
other.
can be
so.
sucking each other off nonstop.
Play games with Leo Kirby, dude. We get to hang out and shoot our little hearts at each other.
Next thing they announced was a demo for Dragon Quest Builders, which is coming out at the end of June or January, whatever month we're in. I think David played it and Drew played that back on.
I like that game.
PS4.
It has abysmal controls, like not in like the responsiveness or anything, but like the
Like
menu
the Last
button is
Guardian and
X.
shit like that.
The menu button, your main menu button. So
When
That's
games
weird.
don't, that's my biggest pet peeve in gaming. I think is when games don't let you map controls. That shit is
Yeah.
terrible. Like I
I'm-
should be
I'm
able
ex-
to shoot with the fucking pushing in the left trigger if I want, or the left stick if I want to.
yeah, I agree.
Like that shit annoys the fuck out of me.
I think this demo is really cool because this is a game that we on consoles. So unlike the other games that they're porting, and they just go, "Hey, it's full price. See how it looks." This at least they're like, "Here, you can compare it directly before you buy it, and you don't have to like go and look up reviews of."
I suppose.
Here's how the pixels look.
Yes.
So that's nice. I'll look into the Switch. It seems like a really good Switch. It's nice and comfy.
Hyrule Warriors Ultimate Edition. This is the Dynasty Warriors Musou game that has been on the Wii U and then got like ported to the 3DS and looked terrible and like ran terribly. Now it's getting ported to the Nintendo Switch. I don't like care at all. Aaron, I remember you thinking this game looked neat a while back, but
Pretty sure that's exactly how I described it. It was neat.
I think that's
I actually do really want to play it though. I would have played it before, but it was on the Wii U and I just didn't want to buy it. I'll definitely pick it up on the Switch though, because I really do want to try it.
Yeah. Drew, you got any interest in this one?
I think that the only takeaway for me, like, for them porting that, with like the information, what they did is, because like the Ultimate Edition or whatever, the 3DS version and the Wii U version had some differences, characters, and like a couple of the levels, I guess. So they're bringing it together. So my takeaway from that was, if we get a Smash port, which I don't think we will, but if we did, that they would combine the 3DS and the Wii U versions, which would add some more content. And that's really my only takeaway from it. I'm not like a super big Dynasty Warrior fan. I mean, I've played the demo for like Hyrule Warrior and watched some gameplay on the Fire Emblem Warriors and stuff. There's never really been anything I'm super into.
Cool. Then after that, what was the next one? It's fucking I don't care. Oh no! I passed it. I passed the game I care most about is Mario Tennis Aces. This game looks cool.
Yeah.
This game looks really cool. No, David, David's not sold.
I've like played it like once. I really like Strikers. That was my favorite Mario sports game.
Bring back Strikers.
Strikers
Bring
is cool.
back
So is
Strikers.
golf too. Like I think all the Mario sports titles, honestly, are
I never got into the sports games with Mario.
Mario Kart. That's kind of a sports game. Is
Is
NASCAR a sport? That's
going
a
on ESPN 3 and there's
that's a-
fucking go
that's a
karting.
hot debate in the sports community. But I think it looks really cool. I think they're doing a lot more with it than they did with the Wii U one. That like I actually thought that game was really fun. I remember we played it at your house one night, Aaron, and you all hated it. But I actually
I thought the game was supposed to be like a flop.
Oh, it's supposed to be terrible.
What game is it?
Like
Mario.
Mario Tennis on Wii.
Wii U.
Yeah, Ultra Smash.
Yeah, it got terrible reviews. Everybody hated it. So,
That's what
but I'm interested to see how this game gets received. They got cool little outfits for everybody that look adorable, and there's really cool. I think there's really cool like the maps. I think look really cool, and the lighting effects in it are really pretty.
Okay.
See, like,
Yeah, I think the game looks good. I think the biggest thing about that, though, is them adding the story mode. That was one of my favorite parts when I used to play Mario Baseball.
Yeah.
Which adds a little bit more to the game in terms of depth. You know, I don't have to necessarily wait for what I would assume would only be you, CJ, playing it online, so we could play against each other.
Yeah. Then after that, Ease, what number is that? 8? Lacrimosa of Dana.
7?
No, it's 8.
I'm not looking at it, so I'll go.
How do you pronounce that? Lacrimosa of Dana?
Good luck. I don't know.
I don't know.
The Ease game. Oh, you know, I was saying, how do you pronounce it?
Like they make those titles as hard to pronounce as possible.
Then Mario Odyssey's getting an update. Luigi's coming with balloons. What do you guys think about Balloon Luigi?
It's like the lamest DLC I think I could have imagined.
Not that great.
Yeah.
Fucking play is
But you get cool outfits, dude.
The most exciting part is the outfits. At least 3, I guess. I don't know. I was really hoping for 2 more worlds available now or something. Anything, you know, but this is kind of lame.
Yeah, like they did with Zelda. After that, SNK Heroes Tag Team Frenzy. This is like kind of like a, I don't know, it looked dumb. Mario plus Rabbids is getting DLC. That actually looks cool. That actually looks meaty.
Lost right over there.
Yeah, I'm not. Do you guys have anything to say about SNK Heroes?
What the fuck is SNK? I've literally never heard of it until this announcement.
There's a name.
Super Naughty Nights.
Snook Heroines.
If you told me what it was, I would be like, oh yeah.
I really don't know. I've heard it. Like, I've been playing games for like 20 years. It's not on my radar.
What's the next one? Oh, the Mario Rabbids DLC looks to be pretty big. I know, Drew, you played that game. David, I remember you being excited for it. Do you have the DLC doing?
I played it. I kind of petered out about halfway through, like a lot of people did. It was like my brain doesn't really work very well with like XCOM style stuff, so I kind of just sucked at it and I just kind of gave up. I didn't really get frustrated. I was just kind of like, I'll come back, and I never did.
What about you, Drew?
Well, I also never beat it, but I made it to the last boss. I just, you know, it was harder than I cared for at the time, so I just kind of stopped playing it. But the DK DLC, you know, I look forward to that. I think that DK could add some interesting, just like moves and gameplay and whatever. Sorry for the kid. Yeah, I might hop back in maybe if I can use them in story mode. If they release them and it's just like, oh, only the multiplayer mode. You can only play. Which would, I don't know, with the way they did the thing, might be something they do.
Payday 2 is getting a port to Nintendo Switch. I know that game is like wildly popular for how little anybody talks about it. We got a date for the EA Originals game. This is the second one of that for like the like smaller titles they're doing. They did Yarny or Unravel.
Is this Celeste?
No, that's Faye.
Yeah, this is Faye.
And then Celeste is from the developer of what the fuck? Towerfall.
Yeah, Celeste looks really good.
That looks very cool. This. It has really pretty pixel art. So that's coming out
a long time ago.
January 25th, and then Faye is coming out November 16th. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze coming May 4th port. You guys excited about that one?
Absolutely. Yeah. I always wanted to play it, never did because it was on the Wii U.
I have it for the Wii U and I never played it because it's so
This is the one I think most universally people are like, yeah, sweet.
I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, I love the Donkey Kong Country games.
Then the big announcement of the afternoon was Dark Souls Remastered coming out May 25th on the Switch. Cool.
And everything.
Yeah, and everything, but yeah. I told CJ when after we'd all like watched that mini direct, I liked how even though it was rumored, I just thought it was interesting that Nintendo was the one to actually like confirm it.
Mm-hmm.
Thought that was Not that it means anything. I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, they also after. I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
Right after that, they announced Dark Souls trilogy pack for the PS4, Xbox One. That comes with like a bunch of different stuff.
It's like really expensive.
But you get bookends, dude.
Yeah, you get bookends.
It's like $300 or something.
Bookends.
All right. So we went through everything. Not a really energy filled podcast right now. I feel like this was because of the lackluster announcements from Nintendo and this shitty direct.
No, it's because I have to use this push to talk.
Dude, this direct sucked.
It was not very exciting. It was,
Fuck off, NDF for life.
It's a mini direct, dude.
Here's the thing, though. Like, it's not Nintendo's fault at all. They didn't do anything wrong. It was like
they did.
the leakers
they did.
being like, it's going to be E3 2.0. And Nintendo didn't say anything to confirm that. And it was like, okay, I value.
I mean, they did like tweet a couple times to like tease something coming up. They didn't say what it was.
They were just fucking with people. That's just their PR. Like, they never were like, yeah, get hyped. I mean, of course, tone it down. That'd be dumb. Like,
they definitely fed into the hype, but no, they didn't really do anything to generate it.
That's the PR's job, though. It wasn't. They weren't the ones stoking it from the beginning, being like, "There's going to be Prime gameplay and Smash announcements."
Right, but even if there's no hype going into it, this shit sucked.
No, it didn't. It didn't suck at all. It just isn't what you wanted.
There is one worthwhile port that came from this fucking direct. That is the only news we got.
That's just nonsense.
No, literally one.
No,
three.
Let me lay this out for you. Let me lay this out for you.
Donkey Kong is the only one.
What's your port that you think is
Donkey Kong is the only one I won't argue. Yeah, that's cool.
So it's not what you wanted, so it's shit.
No, everything else is shit. All right, come on, break it down for me. Let's go. The World Ends With You, Aaron. That game looks fucking great, right? Pokken.
I am not interested. That's a beloved game. People love that fucking franchise.
Suck a dick. No, fuck this shit. This shit
again.
Is
it's
trash.
not what CJ wanted. It's trash.
It's not just not what I wanted. If fucking a new fucking Yoshi game had been announced, well, I guess there is a new Yoshi game coming out. If
they didn't touch any of the major franchises.
If Metroid Prime 4, I haven't played none of the Metroid Prime games. I've never even played a Metroid game. I don't really care about those games that much. If that had got announced, I would have been like, "That's a great announcement." It's not about.
Why the fuck do you care? Like your argument doesn't make any sense.
This shit was.
You're making the wrong point.
There's
CJ,
one good point got announced.
All right.
Name another good port. I dare you.
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls coming on everything.
All right, hang on.
That was hard.
CJ, let David give some valid reasons here.
This shit was trash.
CJ, your argument is garbage.
This was worse. Out of your ass. This was worse than the PS4 Pro reveal.
Goodbye,
this is how
CJ.
bad this was.
David.
The worst thing about this direct is that, like, literally more than 80% of the news was just ports. Like, there was no announcements except for Mario Tennis.
And I would agree, except for the fact that because it is the Switch, ports are exciting.
Yeah.
And because the Wii U was such hot fucking garbage and I didn't play anything on the Wii U, everything that comes to the Switch is exciting.
But they didn't announce any good fucking ports. They didn't announce Captain Toad. They didn't announce Mario Maker. They didn't announce Smash Brothers. Those are the games that people fucking care about, not fucking what the fuck else. We don't care about Payday 2. I'm sorry.
I'm tentatively excited for The World Ends With You. Pokken Tournament is cool. Kirby Star Allies is cool. Dragon Quest Builders is cool. Hyrule Warriors is cool. Mario Tennis is awesome. Lacrimosa Donna, I could give a fuck. Super Mario Odyssey update, whatever.
CJ, why is Dark Souls not a good port?
Because it's coming to everything. And it's
$20. But the fact that it's coming to Switch is incredible.
It's $20 less on everything else, too.
Is that true?
Yes, it's $60 on Switch, and it's $40 on everything else.
That's fucking garbage.
That is shitty, if that's true. I did not know that.
This shit was terrible. Mario Tennis, you're right. There's two. My bad. I take it back. Mario Tennis was cool. Hyrule Warriors isn't moving the needle. I'm sorry. A Dragon Quest Builders port, dude. Come on. This
Donkey Kong Country is cool.
Yeah, I said that. There was two good games, and that's all we're getting until fucking summer.
Yep.
Like, that's not acceptable on a console that like isn't going to be held up by the third-party support. I'm sorry.
Nintendo really, I think, killed it last year, and then now we're in like the kind of how Sony was.
Yeah, but at least Sony was getting The Witcher, and at least Sony was getting Destiny, and at least Sony was getting Call of Duty. I'm not talking about their first year. I'm talking about Sony's like 2 E3s ago versus this E3. Like when you blow your load and you like do really hyped, it's really hard to keep that. Well, I'm not even talking about just like there is nothing coming from the Nintendo Switch. This beginning of the year.
There's like some really good indies, and that's it.
That's like, and that's not like selling consoles. I'm sorry, like
no,
I don't think it is.
But my argument would be that like what is that? Okay, the people who want to buy a Switch What is that fucking echo? Do you hear that?
No.
Okay, forget it.
People that want to buy a
Mario and
Switch.
Zelda are enough to sell Switches on their own. So everybody who wants to play Nintendo games is like obligated to buy a Switch right now, and the holdouts are waiting for like shit like this, plus maybe some good indies. Like Nintendo doesn't need to release another huge AAA game to convince Nintendo fans to buy a Switch because they've already done that. So Nintendo not releasing Yoshi like next month isn't gonna keep someone from buying a Switch because there's already fucking Mario and Zelda. You have all the if you need if you're a Nintendo fan, right? So third party support is the seller now. Now is when you kind of trickle out the kind of bottom of the bell end, like bell curve.
Not
the right phrase. The little stuff, the things that might appeal to like niche that are like, oh, I'm waiting for like this game or one more game or two more games.
All right, but what I'm saying is like, there's 10 million Nintendo fans and that's it? Like that's all they're shooting for?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that there's like,
because you're saying
they've broken the ice for like the market. They've got their huge games out.
Also, you're acting like this is it for the rest of the year. Like
this is it for half the year.
I doubt it. This is it for the announcements for this first half of the year. Half the shit's not coming out till fucking May anyway. That's half the year right there. So there's going to be another announcement with all the big shit that they didn't address here at all. There's no way we make it through the year without Smash, Fire Emblem, Yoshi,
Bayonetta. E3. This will get announced at E3. Summer. I said till summer when E3 happens. That's when all
the problem is. The problem is right
Until
now.
Until then, there's a 6-month gap where there's fucking like not that much coming out.
Pretty much.
I feel like this is kind of a lot, but I don't.
This is not kind of a lot, man.
It's like, yeah.
This is weak sauce. Weak sauce. And like,
there's like one game I'm interested in, and it's Donkey. Like, I'm not even gonna get Dark Souls for Switch. I'm gonna get it for PS4.
And
like,
why would you? It's way cheaper.
FPS, yeah, $20 less with HDR lighting and active multiplayer with hate mail. Like,
with hate mail.
Gotta have the hate mail, dude.
What is the hate mail?
I like invade people. I just get I have a hate mail folder.
Oh, that's funny.
Great. It's just not. None of this is like
besides Kirby and Mario Tennis until fucking E3.
When does Kirby come out?
March. I want to say. March 16th.
I mean, it's kind of a big release, but not
like Kirby is an upper echelon. Kirby's like a C-level Nintendo character. B at best.
That just as much as Yoshi. Then.
I'm not saying he's not. I think Yoshi.
I put Yoshi above Kirby even though.
I love Kirby games. Like, I'm really hyped for that. I'm not really disappointed. Like with my I'm fine because I have other shit to play. If you are a strict like Switch owner and like that's your console, you're kind of like, you're getting shafted.
Well, I can't imagine there's anyone who only has a Switch.
I mean, there probably are, but like, I don't feel like that's maybe not even the majority. Like, the Switch is a secondary console through and through, which is why like I don't feel like third-party support matters as much on it. But at the same time, if you're trying to get other people to buy this, and you had a stellar first year, and then in March, if the narrative is, man, there's not really a lot to play on Nintendo like this year right now, like that's not. I think that hurts your messaging. I don't know, but Drew, you can talk because you think I'm completely wrong about all this.
Yeah, I do, but I think that Aaron and I talked about it. I think Nintendo's first mistake was not addressing. Like, I understand they played into the hype, but I think that the issue was that they didn't address that it's a mini, because that would have curbed the hype that people were building around it, and like what to expect. Also, like we talked about what David, you said, like they did a really good job last year, and you like feel like they blew the load with their first year, which is true. They had a stellar first year, but I think that everything that we want from them, if they would have announced it just then, like then we're just playing a waiting game. You got to have a good presentation at E3. I understand that's further away. I get that, but I think Aaron, like I said, Aaron and I discussed, I think we can probably get one more direct before E3, because besides like the possible release window for, what was it, The World Ends With You is in the summer, right?
Yeah, I didn't give it time.
Yeah, but it's summer, right? So really, we only got the first 3 months.
So you're saying if there's one in April, then like...
Yeah. I think that we'll get a full direct. And again, we might not see Metroid. I feel like that's an E3 announcement for sure. We might not see anything about Smash because of how many people want that. I think that's another E3 announcement for them.
A Smash port would be a good one at E3 to be like, out today. Blah, blah, blah.
Right, but I think that we'll hear about the Yoshi game. We might, we'll probably maybe in the direct hear more about Bayonetta 3. But you got to think that as far as Nintendo, you've already knocked out Legend of Zelda and Mario, so you do kind of have to hold your cards close as far as your other big titles. And you definitely don't want to show your entire hand.
And half of these big ones that you're all wanting announcements for, we already know are coming. So like,
where the fuck are they?
I agree with Drew though that they do have to hold some of that for like there's other conferences coming up.
Like, just put the game out. Like I don't understand. Like,
Metroid, it should have just been out already.
It should.
The game's not done. Right? If
like,
the game's not done yet,
I want a game to play on the Nintendo Switch.
I fucking need it now, but this is dumb.
Would you rather see? So if at this mini direct we would have got more from Metroid, you would rather have seen a fucking teaser of Samus's fucking suit, or would you rather wait till E3 and see gameplay?
Like, I just want the game to be out because there are no games on this system.
And then my argument, first off, you're wrong, and then second, you're making arguments about the games on the Switch that you're not going to play.
I definitely would play Metroid. What the fuck?
No, you didn't play the two best games from Nintendo last year. You barely played either one of them. And then, so I you probably wouldn't play Metroid. You should play Bayonetta. You might not play Pokemon. So all of these. The only game
you're throwing out accusations that are false.
And like them is what I'm saying. The only
game you're like Zelda. That's not. I put 20 hours into it.
That's not enough. The only game you're gonna play is probably
it gets better after 20 hours. Suck a dick.
Well, I mean, okay. And then my only and this is just going across from what I had to listen to everybody. David, my only argument with what you said about all the ports and stuff is that you did buy Skyrim on the Switch. So
that's not really an argument.
You were saying it's only a bunch of ports. Kind of like, who cares in terms of that? People still bought Skyrim on the Switch and it was popular. And like Aaron said, not a lot of people own the Wii U. So seeing, although,
we aren't getting the Wii U
ports.
But no, I'm saying even, right.
But making them the flagship for your Direct is what I'm saying. Like the Direct is not the time to be like, we have ports. The Direct is the time to be like, the new Yoshi is coming out, and here's
right. But again, you're comparing this Direct Mini to a full-fledged Direct.
Oh, I don't give a shit what the fuck they call it. That's who cares?
No. That's what I was saying. They should have curbed that hype beforehand because everyone went into it thinking that we're getting a bunch of new announcements.
All the fucking
dude, you don't get to fucking try to lemonade this album and fucking have it be shit.
I didn't say.
So what is the actual problem here? Is it that they announced these first?
It's that they announced.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that Nintendo caused the hype. I'm saying Nintendo saw the hype. They should have curbed that hype beforehand instead of playing into it.
That's not PR's job. That would be.
That's 100% PR's job.
Yeah, they should have done.
You're relating to the public. That is what public relations is.
You should tell people to not be hyped.
No, you don't tell people to not be hyped. You tell them, hey, these are where your expectations should be.
Yeah, you got to give them better
usually pretty good at that,
and they fucked it up real bad. They tried to fucking drop a fucking album out of nowhere, and it sucked. That's what the fuck happened.
You said don't eliminate it. That was a good one. That was very funny.
Yeah, but Aaron, what were you saying? So what my problem is?
So is the issue that you wanted the big announcements first and then this kind of stuff?
No, the issue is all of the above. The issue is that they let the hype get out of hand for this.
Again, they didn't generate any of it,
but they let it happen. Like, it still was there.
So what in your scenario here, what are they supposed to do to curb this hype?
Like a week before, say, hey, we're having a Nintendo Mini where we're talking about a bunch of ports we're having, and that's all we're talking about.
So this word mini that you were just shitting on 12 seconds ago is what they should have thrown out to curb the hype.
Yeah.
Okay, so if they had announced that it was a Direct Mini, you would be okay with these announcements.
And did you listen to the rest of my sentence? I said...
it's all bullshit, so no, I didn't.
They should have said, hey, we're doing a Nintendo Direct filled with ports. That is what's coming out. And we're going to detail a bunch of ports we're doing early in the first quarter of the year. That's what they should have said. Instead of that, they let everybody else say, this is an E3 2.0. Get ready. Fucking mind blown right here. And then they were throwing out fucking memes on Twitter.
So if they controlled expectations and been upfront, like
that would have
candidly
been
just
better,
told people that
but
it was
then
ports.
Also, this shit sucked. So it's a multi-pronged fuckery that's going on with this shit.
So it wouldn't have sucked if, say, they had come out of the gate like, all right, we got Metroid Prime 4, we got Fire Emblem, we got Animal Crossing, and then a week later announced all this stuff. You would have been fine.
Any one of those would have been
literally
awesome,
one of them. We got no.
So again, you can boil the issue down to it's not what you wanted when you wanted it, so you're mad.
No, you're being a fucking impotent asshole right now.
No, that's 100% of the problem.
He's just being a fantastic co-pilot in the NDF.
Like
NDF for
the issue isn't that like anyone is being a brat. The issue is that the entirety of the direct had one really big announcement. It was all just kind of like I mean,
it's just ironic to me that you're throwing this. They should have said it was a mini, but then if we go, well, it's a mini, then fucking you're mad.
Because that's a shit argument. But in hindsight,
why is it coming into the conversation at all?
Because if you say that beforehand, it's completely different than saying it after the fact.
Because we wouldn't be having this conversation if they call it a mini. It would be like, hey, hey, why were people disappointed by this?
You're acting like they launched all this and they were like, oh, by the way, this was a direct mini. Don't worry.
That's exactly what happened. What the fuck are you talking about?
When this aired, they never said what it was beforehand, which sure that maybe that's a problem. But when this fucking came out on the 11th, it opened up as a direct mini.
Dude, I'm gonna hit you with a food analogy.
You're
at a 5-star diner. You order a fucking.
There are no 5-star diners.
Whatever. You order a restaurant. Filet mignon. You go to a fucking what's the
steakhouse?
They call them.
Get my steak and eggs at my 5-star diner.
And you're like, I'm gonna get this filet mignon. I'm expecting a filet mignon. They bring it out to you on a silver platter. They take the lid off, and it's a pile of shit. And they go, well, it looks like a pile of shit, so you knew it was a pile of shit before you ate it. So you should have really known what you were getting.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
Right here,
but like,
if you got a 12-ounce steak and they brought you a 6-ounce steak, like it's a steak mini, you would.
Yeah,
all right,
like,
that makes sense. What David said does not at all.
Yeah, David, yours is bad. But like this shit, I don't know. This shit fucking it has me worried about Nintendo. Like I don't fucking
No. You have nothing to worry about.
Couple this all with the fact that their online service still we have no idea what it's about and it still sucks.
No fucking virtual console.
It's like absurd. It's absurd.
To be fair, like this could have been better. I wish there was more, but it's not as bad as you guys are saying it was.
It needed to be better.
Like all they had to do, literally, was either announce one project in the works that people want, or just be like, "Hey, we don't have these games ready yet. There's not going to be a Metroid for a long time. We have a Smash port to hold people over." Like even a port of something that people really, really, really want.
Dude, that's ironic considering you argued that this was too many ports, but continue.
But these ports are not.
These are also shitty ports. There's another fact.
Port people really, really want.
Donkey Kong's a great port. Where the fuck is Mario?
Donkey Kong's like D-list. If Kirby is C-list, Donkey
Kong. No.
Donkey Kong is B if Kirby's C is where I would say. Yeah.
No. Who the fuck cares about Donkey Kong?
You're so wrong.
Let me look up some tropical
fruit the history of Mario.
All right, but that's like it's fucking on Wii U. Who the fuck cares? Dude?
Yeah, but you're gonna compare the sales of a Wii U game. Yeah, like when it comes to Switch, it'll blow those sales out of the water.
Yeah,
anything fucking sells on the Switch when there's no fucking. That's the thing.
Yeah,
everything sells when there's nothing to play.
Right now, I'm gonna put money down right now. Dark Souls will sell the best on Switch.
Of course it will.
Yeah,
I don't even know if
it's gonna sell. Hey, listen, okay, it's gonna sell the best on the Switch. All right.
I don't think it will. It's $20 more for no apparent reason.
That's pretty fucked up. I did not know that.
That doesn't stop these people. That doesn't stop these.
I mean, it's stopping me. I was gonna buy both, but I'm not doing that now.
Like, why is it? It's a game that came out in 2011 or 2012. Why is it $60? Why is
that's not
how much was Elder Scrolls?
That was wrong too. I'm not saying
I didn't buy it for that reason.
Yeah, I haven't bought it yet either.
Game was trash. Didn't you buy it? Then you bought it there.
I did not for that fucking reason. It's too much.
Hyrule Warriors port and a fucking Smash Brother port are on 2 different levels. That's
Hyrule Warriors. I'm actually excited about. World Ends With You. I'm excited about kind of. Donkey Kong, Dark Souls. If it wasn't $60.
Other news about this, I am excited to play Dark Souls for the first time.
Dragon Quest, I will play now.
You're gonna play Dark Souls 1?
I'm excited to play.
You're not gonna like it.
Most of these games, all right. And CJ, you're saying that it was trash, and you're entitled to your opinion. But I think that, again, if you were to take everything else away, which I know and I'm just asking.
You can take it all away. I don't care about any of it. It's all shit. So
no, fucking shut up. I'm saying if you take it all away, like all the hype that was being led up to it, and like the lack of proper PR for this direct and everything, these games aren't bad.
Yeah, they're not. There's a lot of flip-flopping going on here. I didn't get the ports I want. Ports are bad. Bring the port that I want.
Yeah,
these games are bad, though.
No. None of these games are like...
Hyrule Warriors.
You're trying to compare, like, Donkey Kong to... That's ridiculous. That you're
I'm not... Yeah, but I'm not saying, like... I'm not saying Donkey Kong is comparable to Smash.
Payday 2 is fucking Mario Maker, yeah.
Yeah, no, I know that Smash is better. I know that Mario Maker is better. But what you have to look at is that none of these games are bad. None of these games are terrible. You know what I'm saying? They're not.
I'm not like actively offended by it.
No, I think all these games are shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm arguing. Is that Siege is acting like this is all garbage? It's not.
Yeez is shit to you because you're not a Yeez fan.
Are there any Yeez fans?
You're also not a Zelda fan, but Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is not.
But I'm not. Dude, that's the difference. That's how I'm like making my argument. I thought Zelda was shit. If they announced a Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 in this, I wouldn't be like, oh, I hated the first one. This direct sucks. I'd be like, wow, that's crazy. I didn't really like that game, but
that's what I'm asking you to do is to take away.
But I can't do that with these games because they're so shit.
Each one of these games, none of them are bad.
I disagree completely.
So you have to commemorate Nintendo for bringing these games to it, okay?
Do I?
There's a lot of people that are going to be excited.
Reggie Fils-Aimé because you're bringing me fucking Dragon Quest Builders?
The Dragon Quest Builders is fine. I would say if there's anything on this list that doesn't really need to be here, it's the SNK Heroines. Like, what the fuck is that?
Oh, thank you, Miyamoto. SNK Heroines. Oh my god.
We're looking at what's here instead of what isn't here, which is like any real worthwhile announcement. Like, that's the problem. You can like go through this list and be like, yeah, that's fine. That's not too offensive, whatever. But this cool thing is less than the sum of its parts. Because
the thing that I think is being overlooked, though, is a lot of the stuff we did not know was coming to Switch. All the stuff that you want, except for the Smash port, we know is coming already. So it's not that big of a deal.
Do we know the Smash port is coming?
That is
I just said that. That's the exception.
Oh, my bad.
That is another good point that you have made there.
We know that Fire Emblem is coming. We know Animal Crossing is coming. We know Yoshi. We know fucking Metroid. We know all of these things are coming.
Mm-hmm.
These are all new.
Yeah.
You need to fucking cool your goddamn jets. You're just mad that you didn't get to see Samus's ass in the fucking gameplay trailer that doesn't exist.
We don't know fucking Mario Maker's coming. We don't know fucking Captain Toad Treasure Tracker's coming. We don't know fucking... We know a Fire Emblem coming and a Pokemon game is coming sometime. When the fuck is that coming? We saw the logo for Metroid Prime 4. When is that coming? We have no idea when these games are coming. It's like fucking Death Stranding.
Nintendo, I will say this.
I mean, some of these, to be fair, we only know they're coming 2018. We don't really have a good time frame.
Prime is not coming out this year. In fact, Bayonetta 3 probably won't come out this year either.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna. Out of all those games you just said, I think they're gonna try and push 2 out this year.
All right, that would be awesome.
I think Pokemon will come out this year.
I think Pokemon has the best chance.
I think Pokemon has the best chance, and I think that Nintendo's really pushing Game Freak to finish that.
See, I'm fine. I'm okay with Metroid Prime 4 not coming out this year.
However, I think Metroid Prime, Fire Emblem, those are 2019 releases. But I think we can expect to see gameplay titles and quarter releases like when they expect to drop this year.
Everybody just needs to go and watch the last Direct and then the one before it and just compare them. Because this is the time they needed to do something big, or at least something moderately to keep their sales numbers climbing if they're expecting to double the sales this year. And they didn't. And this is it's in the title, it's a mini, it's not a lot of hype, it's not a lot of announcements. This isn't the kind of standard fare you would expect from a Nintendo Direct. So that, at the end of the day, that's kind of the problem. It's not that the announcements were even that bad, it's just that this isn't the kind of on the par with the other big...
the way to look at it, in my opinion, is 2017. We got Splatoon 2, ARMS, Zelda, Mario, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This year, in 2018, all we know about first party is Kirby, Donkey Kong, and Mario Tennis. Like, those are not the same.
No.
Those are not the same, but we know about those 3. I think you can expect Yoshi this year, which there's...
Yeah, Yoshi, I think there's another one. Yeah.
Okay. To be fair, though, like if you think about it, that's one of the best console launches I can think of in recent memory.
And they gotta keep it going. I'm sorry, like
it's hard to follow something like that up, though. Like these games need time to develop. It's not your fault.
That's what happens when you fucking when you build your system on having to rely on first party support.
So the key is to have a shitty launch, is what you're saying.
No, the key is to have a great year every year.
I mean, the key is again, the year's not fucking over. Like, we have so much time.
I'm not.
What are they gonna announce something at E3 and be like, oh, it's like that's not how it fucking works. This is the time to announce things coming out this year. It's now.
Okay. What about?
I think they could announce something at E3 that would come out this year.
What about? I think in one of our chats, I'm just pulling this out. David, you said when Cyberpunk, right, 2077, they tweeted or whatever.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
what
We're
if
coming
they
back
just
to that.
dropped
We're
it?
coming back to that. Hold on.
Listen,
Oh, was that last week or this week?
It was
like early this past week.
But what I'm saying is, you said, what if they just came out and dropped it? What if Nintendo's plan is E3 goes and then, you said no one has the balls to do it or whatever.
That would never happen from Nintendo.
It
That would never happen from anyone.
Okay, but before the Switch
we need
dropped,
to fucking get out of that mindset.
But before the Switch dropped, everyone was skeptical. And then Nintendo had a fucking stellar year, silenced everybody. Because they showed that they do know how to.
The fucking online shit.
Okay, you're the guy that owns the Switch that doesn't play the Switch.
Yeah, because it's not fun to play it.
That's not my problem, dude. Play your fucking Vita. Go back to Vita Island.
It was better, man. It was better, dude. I got this dusty fucking piece of shit right here, bro.
but I mean, I think that we can expect 2 or 3 major titles later half of the year. I sincerely hope that. I don't see an issue with giving great games, albeit not amazing games, but great games for the first 3 months. As Aaron said, ones that we didn't know about, okay, and we already know of things coming.
For the first 3 months.
You're
using great real loosely, man. You're throwing 8-point grades out of here, and
my meaning of words, I guess, could be different. But what I'm saying is, they showed the first 3 months, confirmed what's actually coming. And then they go another direct, then they go E3, right? And then they have a fall direct.
This dream of yours sounds great, but we all dreamed this was going to be a real direct, and it fucking wasn't.
No, we all
some alternative facts, dude.
You all, and even myself included, until I was proved wrong, we all sat there and said, you know what, the Switch might not be that good. And then last year, Nintendo showed us that the Switch is good.
Yeah.
And it is a great console, and it's sold, and it showed that through numbers.
I don't know. I like the Switch. I'm not saying.
Also worth noting that one of these other ports fucking used.
I'm not saying that we don't like
Dana
the
is
Switch
coming out on everything.
I'm just saying that I think we were all very skeptical. We were all very skeptical at first.
Mention that.
And then, I don't think Tropical Freeze is anywhere near Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But again, there's people that want to play it. There are people that could buy a Switch for Mario Tennis. There are people that could buy a Switch because Hyrule Warriors is coming to it. It's all about, slowly achieving the numbers, and then when E3 and the next direct hits, how many consoles do they sell per month since launch? What's their numbers right now?
They're good, and I'm scared. I'm not scared. I don't have stock in Nintendo. But I'm worried that if they see a sales decline, oh my god, Aaron.
That's not me.
Oh, I thought that was Aaron. I thought you were smacking something and then something fell. My bad. I don't know.
Or is it me? Fuck.
He's in there fucking topic way too long.
Next topic, yeah. We spent it was only 40 minutes on that. No big deal. This next topic, it's gonna blow by fast. I feel like the rest of the stuff. Next topic is about Bungie 2, a game that is not on Nintendo. I'm just fucking with you.
Bungie 2.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I fucked up my own joke. Destiny 2. They gave out a big post laying out.
All right.
It is you.
It is that time, yeah.
They gave out a big post talking about how they're gonna do Destiny 2 going forward into 2018. They talked about emphasizing microtransactions less, a bunch of new armor sets and stuff like that, and more raid rewards and stuff like that. I don't know. What do you guys?
Too late.
Too late.
It's dead, Jim.
What do you think? Is it dead for you guys too?
Yeah, after we did the raid twice and got bugged out of it twice, I uninstalled it.
Fucking over that game forever. Gone.
Yeah, it was a bummer.
never gonna play that again.
Yep. Fucking worst PR I think I've ever seen. Major.
I've never been so bitter.
In ever. I think I've never seen PR as bad as theirs for 6 months. Yeah. It's been fucking abysmal. Yeah, they do not answer questions. do not put community posts up very often. And when they do, they're fucking bullshit, lackluster non-answers. Oh, well, the system. Oh, well, we meant to. And oh, well.
They always come up as an apology to something that happens. They never put up community like posts because like, hey guys, this has happened. They're always fucking them scrambling to correct some bullshit that they caused themselves.
Exactly. So, fuck Bungie. I don't care about that game. Nobody buys the second DLC, and they do something new because. Fuck them forever.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. There's interesting stuff happening. I'll come on. I'll do the devil's advocate. They're reworking the way mods are working. They're putting in new modes in the multiplayer in the Crucible. I feel like that's really interesting. They're doing a lot of quality of life stuff. I don't know.
Are they fixing the game being boring at the end? Is that getting?
I don't think it was ever boring. I think we just got mad and stopped. I was having fun with it until we got fucked out of the raid twice.
Like,
what's just... the you said something about the situation on
what you cut out?
Drew, you gotta go again.
Microtransactions, what are they trying to fix as far as that goes?
I can read you their statement. He said, the scales have tipped too far towards tests at the moment. The Eververse was never intended to be a substitute for endgame content and reward.
Bullshit.
Okay. Alright. We're not cutting them any slack here.
No,
we're over here being like Nintendo. You do whatever you want.
That's exactly what it was.
Destiny fans
I agree with
have put up with this bullshit for 2 games. They stuck with this fucking shit through the first year of Destiny, which was
a lot less egregious than the first one, though.
Microtransactions, sure, but some of the design choices not good. They stuck with it. They made the game better, and then Destiny 2 comes out, and instead of improving on all of that, they add fucking microtransactions. The fucking end game is there's no.
They didn't add them. They changed them.
What were the microtransactions in the first game?
Cosmetic shit. You could buy like fucking
it wasn't
stuff.
The same, though.
Yeah, they changed it. They didn't add
microtransactions.
Well, they added way more.
Yes. Okay.
In the first game, microtransactions were like emotes. In this game, they're like shaders and like gun shaders.
In what fucking world do you have to apologize to a dedicated fan base that you cultivated for like 4 years on almost like a bi-weekly basis for like 3 months? For a game that you've had out for like 2 months. Like, how do people go from being so positive on your release to railing you every fucking month over some dumb decision you made? Fuck Bungie. They fucked it. They dropped the ball. I don't understand how they made so many bad choices in the span of just a little under half a year. It's mind-blowing. So, yeah, they don't deserve to be cut slack. They've had plenty of chances to get this right.
It just seems like every game is like trying to ride the coattails of like Overwatch's success with boxes and just doing it wrong, and then scrambling to try and correct it.
How people do it this wrong? Like it's so easy to, and you make money. It's not like you don't make money. Like I don't understand how you can't figure it out.
I don't know. It's like they're trying to be unique, but like those work. So maybe you should just copy them and not be a fucking
idiot.
Like, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know who's in charge of this shit. But as far as I know, Bungie themselves and not Activision, like the true culprits for this Eververse bullshit.
I don't know. I feel like
that's what I've heard that from some fucking
I don't know. I feel like it is like even like because I remember that was a big thing when like people were talking about hey like by the way game developers like it's not all publishers. It's not all publishers, but like at the same time you got to look at it like. Well, game developers need to hit a certain milestone for their publisher, like so. It might not be directly like publishers like, "Yo, do this," but it's also like at the same time.
They got them under their thumb. I understand, but I'm over it. Like they fucked it. They ruined their any goodwill that they built.
And I feel like you were the highest on Destiny out of all.
I loved that game, and I honestly still love the gameplay. And I played the fuck out of it. I think I had the most hours out of any of us in 2. And yeah,
we all got to 305, I think.
As soon as you see through the cracks, and you just kind of, it's like bullshit that they've stuck in there to kind of lean you towards the Eververse and make the end game kind of just a little bit too grindy and do the XP buffering and all of that just dumb bullshit. It's just
to compare it to a fantastic movie. It's you're saying it's kind of like Shallow Hal.
Yeah, Shallow
Hal. I don't know what Shallow Hal is.
It's the one where he sees the really fat girl as.
What a fucking reference that was, dude. It was like a movie nobody watched that came out like early 2000.
Thank you. Jack Black's the man.
It was on FX like every day.
Good for you.
What happens at the end of that movie?
He realizes that it's not okay to be shallow.
Really happens?
I'm pretty sure he ends up being with her anyways because he realizes that looks aren't everything and personality matters.
And she's still fat at the end?
Is she still fat at the end? Which is totally acceptable.
Okay. I was like, I really wonder how they
handled that.
How do you think Shallow Hal holds up in 2017 in this point?
How do I think?
Also, back then it was like okay to say really terrible things on TV. So
to be fair, I think the girl from Shallow Hal was. So, like that's kind of the point.
I feel like
maybe we should go work out a little bit
right there.
Huh?
You were cutting out.
No,
I feel like it was good that you cut out right there.
No,
maybe you said something terrible.
Maybe instead of like, body acceptance being like you're like actually like 600 pounds, it can be like, oh, she's a little overweight or a little.
I don't know anything about Shallow Hal, so I'm not gonna comment.
As far as I know, she was like morbidly large.
I feel like it's weird that we stopped here to fucking.
I had to talk about Shallow Hal.
I've never even heard of it. It's not. This isn't like a movie I didn't see. I never even heard of it.
It's a trash movie.
You've never heard of Shallow Hal?
I thought you guys were talking about some anime on Verve that you fucking nerds were watching.
Hey, look. All right. My Hero Academia is very good. All right.
Whatever.
And not as good as Shallow Hal.
Not as good.
Arby's knew that I watched it, and they put out some fucking picture of what's his name, David Todoroki. You see that?
Oh. From what? I don't know names.
Just back me up here. Just back me up.
Yeah,
here.
they did it. They do cool stuff. Sure.
David's got my back. Thank you.
All right.
All right. What's the next?
All right. Gwyneth Paltrow is in this movie. She is clearly wearing a fat suit. Dude.
Yeah, it's very obvious.
It's like not hilarious. Like Gwyneth Paltrow does not actually look like that. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, dude, she gained all that weight and lost all the weight.
That would be that. Really, she should win an Oscar. She should win an Oscar, dude, for that shit. If she did. It's like fucking the Christian Bale and Machinist. Best-selling games on PS4 for the month of December. Number 10, NBA 2K18. Number 9, Human Fall Flat. What the fuck is that? This is another Shallow Hal situation.
Oh no, you can shut up. I told you to buy that game.
What is that? I don't know what it is.
It's like imagine the controls of Gang Beasts, but it's a co-op game where you solve
Human Fall Flat. Yeah, that game's awesome.
I haven't seen anything of that.
And it's on sale.
Is it like a big streaming game?
I told you to buy it.
You guys would probably have fun with that. You guys could stream it.
I told you to buy it.
That's what I'm saying. Is it like a big streaming game?
Yeah. Oh, totally. People.
Fuck. I even thought about. I was
Drew,
like,
I can't hear you. Is it a big streaming game?
I was like, oh man, what?
Aaron just started laughing at me that I was just completely ignoring.
No, I wish there was a way. I was gonna buy it and send it to you because for some reason I thought PlayStation had that, but they don't. So
shit's backwards fuck.
Yeah, it is dumb.
$5.24, dude. It's still on sale because of this extra holiday sale week.
Right. Yeah, that game's supposed to be funny and like whatever.
Imagine how much fun we had playing Gang Beasts, but then now we're trying to solve puzzles as floppy pieces of meat.
Beat our meat? Is that what you said?
Floppy pieces of meat.
Floppy pieces of meat. All right, I'll look into it. Number 8, Rocket League. Number 7, Need for Speed Payback. Number 6, FIFA 18. Number 5, Madden NFL 18. Number 4, Grand Theft Auto 5. Number 3, Star Wars Battlefront. Hanging around there. Probably. I don't know how. That's a bad sign for me.
I was about to say that's embarrassing for video games as a whole.
What?
Star Wars Battlefront 3 or Battlefront 2, number 3. And then
fuck off.
And then number 2, big showing in its first week at actually being on a console, Gang Beasts. And number 1, Call of Duty World War 1 or World War 2.
World War 1, I gotta play that one.
Yeah, you gotta play that one, dude. It's got Gwyneth Paltrow in it. Quick hits for the week. Super Meat Boy sold. Their Twitter account said it sold just as much on Switch in its first week as it sold on Xbox 360 at launch.
Just a smidge under.
A smidge under, whatever. But
still
like that's crazy.
Though.
That's very good.
It doesn't have the original soundtrack. It can fuck off.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I never kept playing the one on PS4 because they switched the soundtrack and the original soundtrack was so fucking good.
It was so good.
I am interested, however, to play the split screen racing mode.
What is there? Like you play? Like is like
you can play split screen. You can play the same levels. Or you could try and beat worlds and like set times and play against friends.
True.
I'm just interested.
So if you like the Meat Boy soundtrack, Danny Baranowski did that, and him and Edmund had like it can't be used anymore, but he does the soundtrack for Necrodancer, which is coming to Switch.
I own it on PlayStation 4, but you know what? It sounds a lot better on Switch.
Yeah, no, it's an awesome game. really bad at it. But the soundtrack is awesome. So
Well,
yeah, that's all. I was
another game coming to Switch that would actually like as much as I was shit talking earlier, Darkest Dungeons coming to Switch, and that's like perfect.
Yeah, remember how they announced that in a nice little tweet, Nintendo Twitter account, and that was it. And then people were like, "Oh, awesome!" It's almost like you don't have to put direct time.
Don't get the NDF. Don't get the NDF route up, man.
NDF coming at you.
It's so silly.
The NDF sounds like a WWE like fucking like a
NWO.
It really does.
Yeah.
I am gonna double dip for this though.
I think we should. The NDF should be a character.
Welcome to the NDF.
Look into making that a real.
Defending Nintendo till the end.
I tried to
Ric
make
Flair
it to where you and I were both founders, Aaron, but he only.
Oh, I forgot to say it for Aaron. Did I?
Yeah, you were supposed to introduce us as the
oh
the
my
founders
god,
of the
Aaron!
NDF.
Look how Aaron. Is. Look at your phone, David. Oh no!
Did you see my face?
It was like... so good. PUBG hit 3 million on Xbox One. Also, they are putting in the loot box drop rates. So like how often, which I think is a good thing. A lot of other random things. Really, that should be a requirement by the fucking ESRB. Like they should make people put that in there, in my opinion.
Yeah, put the drop rates on the box. You know what I'm saying?
When you open it, it should be like you have this drop rate for this type of item or whatever. GTA had its biggest month, or GTA Online had its biggest month ever last month and its biggest year ever in 2017, which is crazy. They're gonna have to shut those servers off when Red Dead comes out, right? What's your name?
I sure hope so, but like they're probably not.
No, they'll never. That'll be like the next one.
Until the next GTA comes out.
We're gonna hear some fucking story after Red Dead drops, where it's like GTA had more concurrent players than Red Dead on launch.
You think so?
Yeah, and yeah.
Pokemon Go
Buffalo cards
is canceling support on iOS's below 10. So David, no more Pokemon Go for you.
Oh no!
That's all.
Why don't you update your phone?
It's to make fun of you.
David, you can get Nuzleaf.
It's just gonna get slower if I update it. In the back,
Detective Pikachu is coming to Nintendo 3DS. Which is
we gotta talk about that because where I was like, okay, that's fine, but the voice
of
Pikachu is so bad. It's creepy.
Yeah, it's like they tried to get something that was like mildly like Danny DeVito, but not really.
Well, like in the new Pokemon movie or whatever, they had Pikachu talk for the first time, and like that was weird as it was, but like at least it was kind of like a high pitched voice. Now you got like this Detective Pikachu, and it's like, oh, hey, you ready to go? Hey, what you doing? I'm trying to trying to go find some clues, and it's like that's just not a voice that goes with Pikachu in my mind, I guess.
Have you guys ever seen the video? It reminds me of the thing when Valve announced that card game or whatever. And everybody's like, oh, but it's like when Pikachu talks in the new Pokemon movie, everybody's like, what the fuck? It's really good. Also, yeah, the game's weird. The only thing that could have made the Switch Direct worse is if they had like 3DS games in there. That would have been the icing on the cake for me.
Which they didn't. So
they did. Good. I was relieved, honestly.
Good for them, yeah.
This last one is just a little bit. There's a cool story on Polygon where Star Wars game and Sean Vanneman from Firewatch, and he also worked on The Walking Dead. Just like it's like a transcribed talk they had. It kind of reminds me. You ever watch those like noisy back and forth videos? It's like kind of like those. But it was really cool. Check that out.
Tech TV.
Yeah,
I don't really think like that anymore.
Yeah, that's the news for the week. That moves us into what we have been playing. Who wants to start?
I'll start. So I have been playing one new game, I guess. I've been playing a lot of other stuff, but nothing really new. This game called Dusk just went into early access on Steam. It was already in alpha, and I guess you get access somehow. But it's a retro style 1990s FPS game like Quake. And essentially it's really low poly, really low res. Which I play a lot of Devil Dagger, so I was like that. So I picked it up based on some really good things I heard about it and some good reviews that were coming out early. It's got 2 episodes available right now. Each are about 10 levels long. There's shotguns, pistols, and stuff. You can bunny hop, strafe hop, things like that. The enemy designs are pretty good, actually. It's like set in like Midwest. It's kind of like a spooky cultist themed game. There's like ghost guys that shoot fireballs at you and scarecrows and shit. And there's an online play as well, which 12 or whatever. But that's there for people who want it. I don't know. It's really hard to describe. It's really generic, like when you talk about it, but like it does what it does so well, and I think it stands up to its kind of influences. And I think it holds up. The only problem is it might be a little too expensive. It's $20, which is like kind of a lot. I'd say the whole game, 2 out of the 3 episodes are available right now. The whole thing will be 4 or 5 hours long, but it's got a lot of replayability, and there's like a time attack kind of thing. Like the dev time is there. I don't think this is a game many of you guys would like, but I really enjoy it, and definitely gonna hop back in there this weekend and probably finish up the first 2 episodes.
Cool.
Dusk. It's a good game.
Before we move on, I would like at some point in a future episode we should talk about different appeals of games and like what's making. You said it's like a low res and stuff. We've seen a lot of those. You know what I'm saying? It seems like a lot of people are, a lot of developers and stuff are making games like that. Just like in the future, mental note, we should talk about like what makes those games sell specifically. Besides, because like I don't know, just keep a note. All right.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But then I can go ahead. I played the Deer God on Switch, which was pretty fun, except for one time it crashed, and that was not fun. I didn't like that.
I'm a big fan of that feature.
Well, I don't know if you've ever seen gameplay for it, but it's like you're a hunter and you kill deer, and then the Deer God summons you, and it's like you have to rectify what you've done. You have to atone for your sin of killing this deer or whatever. So then you go through and you get bad and good karma by either killing what would be docile animals or aggressive animals. And so I played on the PS4 when it first came out, or no, actually, it was a free game on Xbox Gold. That's why I first played it. And then I saw it was coming to Switch, so it was only like $7. I decided to play it again, beat it this time. It was fun. I mean, maybe I wouldn't pay $7 for it again. But
this game did not review very well when it originally came out. I'm surprised they ported it to Switch.
I had a decent time with it. The glitch I had though, where it crashes, I was like running along, and then like the level didn't load, the world didn't load, and I just jumped off.
You outran the chunks.
Yeah, and like it jumped off because there is a point in the game where you have to it's a leap of faith and you have to jump off. And I was like, oh, another one. So I did it, and then I just kept falling, and I just didn't stop. I was like, okay, well,
soft locked, yeah.
Also been slowly chipping away at a game I got for Christmas. The new Lego Super Mario whatever Heroes 2. It's a long ass title. I thought it'd be fun on Switch, and it's like all right. It eats my fucking battery alive though, and the other complaint is it's definitely. It does not run super great on the Switch. A lot of frames, dropping in frames, choppy. But I thought the game, I played the first one and I thought it looked really good on PS4. And so, maybe for future reference, if I buy another Lego game, not on the Switch,
Yeah.
And then the other one, I don't even know if I'm going to say it right. It's like Aces of Luftwasser. It's a top-down bullet hell type game. I don't know. Sometimes I get the urge to play them. Not super good at them, but just been playing that when I take a shit.
Yeah,
the best time to play the Switch.
It really is.
Aaron, what have you been up to?
I've been playing Enter the Gungeon, also on Switch. It's been real fun. Been having a good time with it. I've been playing Divinity a little bit with David. He finally pulled the trigger for me on that one. Actually bought it for me.
I bought it for you so we could play.
He murdered me.
It's
right at me.
It's been pretty fun though. I was surprised at how much I liked it. It would be a really fun thing to sit down, maybe have some drinks with friends, and just fucking make a night of just not playing Divinity. Yeah,
Fridays at 8. We'll hop on. That'd be
yeah. If you had a full group, everybody was getting into it. It would be fun, dude. I really think that you guys would like it if you just gave it a chance.
Yeah,
I don't want to though.
Again, I say I have no way to play it. Or else I will play it.
So CJ, you're just like you just don't like classic RPGs.
I just don't want to do it. Yeah, basically.
Okay,
that's fair. But Enter the Gungeon, also super fun, good shit game. Because like runs are typically like they can be long if you're doing well, but like usually they're over pretty quick. At least for me, because I'm not good at it. But it's like I'll go in the bathroom or I'll fucking like sit down if I'm like not really doing anything, play it for a minute and be done with it, and it's usually pretty fun.
Cool.
CJ.
I played Tacoma, which is the second game from Fulbright. They did Gone Home. It's good. It's not as good as Gone Home. Like, it's just not. Like, the characters are not and I kept like trying to stop myself from comparing it to Gone Home, but like it's so much in that like vein. It's like it's not a spiritual successor or anything. It's not like in the same universe or anything like that. But it is a walking simulator to a T. It's not like they try to do anything that inventive with it. Basically, you're in it also reminded me a lot of having played Prey earlier this year. It has a lot of like Prey vibes where you're on this like abandoned space station and like something mysterious maybe happened. Like there's this evil company like ahead of you and stuff like that. Basically, the way the narrative is told is basically if you played Gone Home, like you find diary entries, and like as you find a diary entry, like something will play back in her memory or whatever, and she'll like narrate over it. In this game, there is you walk into an abandoned space station, and there's like 6 crew members that like something. I mean, it's the first 5 minutes of the game. Like the air thing, like an asteroid hit it or something like that, and like they're gonna die in like 2 days, and they're all freaking out about it. And you go, and the way this space station works is like I don't know. It's kind of like they were on not a reality show because it wasn't even broadcast to people, but like the company they were on the space station for was recording everything that was going on the space station. So like, you'll walk into a room and it'll be like there'll be like a red symbol over here, and you can be like, hey, rewind this to like 2 days ago, and we can see who was here, what they were doing, and stuff like that. And it like I think the character building of it is very interesting. Like when you go back, there's times when you'll like go to a thing, it's like something happened here 2 months ago, and you can see it, and it was somebody like they were getting bored in space, so they were trying to learn how to play guitar or something like that, or like, and those pieces of it are really interesting. But like the overarching narrative of like, oh, what's happening with the space is like kind of bland, I thought, and not that bland. I think the world is like way more interactive than Gone Home. Like there's like little like fun like cute like you can find a basketball, play basketball and stuff like that.
I love that shit. Yeah.
But like it's not. I don't know. It's not as good as Gone Home. Not a bad game by any means, but I think they get like the characterization about stuff right, but not everything else.
It's a pretty big thematic shift for them.
Yeah.
You can give them credit for that at least, but yeah, I'm not not a big on the interactive storytelling kind of stuff.
I really like those games. So like that was like
I'm either too dense or too impatient to really get much out of those. But that's cool. Glad you liked it at least.
And I'm about to. I have a board back here. Can you see it? I'm unemployed right now. That's what's going on. So I have a whiteboard back here of all the games I want to play.
A backlog. There you go.
But I put it on a whiteboard just so it's always with me and I always know. So I'm finally gonna finish
carrying that whiteboard around with you everywhere you go. When you go to Culver's or go get that double steak
Culver's.
That's all I do is just go to Culver's.
How does it feel to be a neat? TJ,
it's something else, man. It's something else. I got educated.
Oh no, you're not in education employment.
Oh, but I thought it was like you never did that.
No, you're just not.
It's even after. Okay, wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, the way I've justified it to myself is that Miami hasn't come back to school yet.
That's true.
You're
on break. You're between school and
yeah. Also been playing so much Fortnite, just so much.
So much Fortnite.
That's like all like I like it.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just
you guys are just always like my Rocket League rank's expired. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, we never play.
It's gonna go. It's gonna go up even more.
It's going up even more. They're adding new cities and shit.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't want to talk about too much right now because they're adding that next week. And we'll talk about it a bunch next week.
Okay.
But like, yeah, they're playing a fucking shit ton of Fortnite. But yeah, I would say check out Tacoma if you like walking simulators, but don't.
No.
Dude, so fucking hyped for Witchfire. On that note,
I actually do really want to play
that
trailer
one.
Yeah, that was the best trailer I think I've seen.
Yeah, that trailer was
a long time.
That trailer was cool.
Super hyped.
Yeah.
Anyways, topic of the week. Are we having one?
That was the Switch. We talked about the Switch.
Oh, all right. We talked about that for fucking ever.
Yeah,
that was good talk though.
NDF coming at you, dude. Nintendo Defense Force never stopping.
Protect your neck, man. Yeah, but is that our show for this week? You guys got anything else to add in gaming news?
Oh, the Dragon Ball Fighters starts tomorrow.
Drew, we need cool wrestling nicknames so we can just come in hot with the NDF shit, dude.
What'd you say?
All right, I'll work on it.
It's already out.
No, it's not.
It comes out on Monday.
I played the beta already.
This podcast will not come out until Monday.
Oh, it's out. Sorry, we're time traveling. I forget.
Yeah, we'll mess around with that. The other thing, just to look into what are the DICE awards. The nominees are.
Yeah, they all.
Out for that.
Horizon leads the pack there. I think was the big thing. We already talked about awards with the Game Awards, so I didn't want to bring it up.
No, I was just.
That's the one that matters.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing.
No, I'm not. What is this you wrote? Drew wrote, founder of NDF, magnanimous founder of NDF. I like this. I like the NDF thing becoming a thing. I think that's very funny. So
all right.
Continue that.
Don't call it a thing.
No, I like to be. Oh, Aaron wrote in the middle of this. It fucking made me crack up. Which is better, rock, paper, or scissors? Which I thought was very funny. But yeah, that's been our show for this week. We'll be back next week doing next week's stuff about next week's news. Drew, where can we find you?
Sorry.
On everything at Trophy Pops.
Trophy Pops. You got your kid with you there today.
He's been surprisingly quiet.
I can't see Drew. Is it?
No, he hasn't been on.
No, I'm audio only. Easier to control the child that way.
Okay.
If he sees himself, he freaks out.
Aaron, where can everybody find you?
At Aaron M Weeks.
Aaron, I want you to tweet once this week. That's all. It's one time.
I had opportunities. I just I don't know. It's always a hindsight thing for me.
Don't get on me about not tweeting.
Yeah,
I was surprised I didn't see any kind of tweets from you for the direct thing.
I didn't actually see it till the news I got from it was other people's tweets. So it didn't feel right to tweet about it myself.
I didn't actually watch it. I went back and watched it, but I didn't watch it right away.
Yeah,
because it was it wasn't on YouTube right away, so you had to watch it on their website, and I was like, I'm doing that. Yeah. And then Dave Morgan, where can everybody find you?
My guy Dave on, but I don't tweet.
But you can tweet at him.
There was a time when I did, but I do not any longer.
I'm retired from Twitter.
Perhaps I will again. NDF.
Breaking news: Bloodstain Ritual of the Night just went up for pre-order on Amazon for $50.
That's too fucking much.
That's way too much.
Get the fuck out! You're kickstarted. You suck.
Yeah,
you suck. I'm gonna.
What the fuck?
Is it on Switch? Because I could justify $50.
I don't know if it's on Switch.
But it's a joke.
Apparently, the original special edition for if you backed it on Kickstarter was only $60. So this might be a $60. I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
That's the news for this week. You can find me on Twitter at CharlesTuda, and peace.